All right, all right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys, this fight right here, this fight I have been looking forward to. Okay, Shanna Young versus Sarah Alpar. And I tell y'all, man, I know Shanna Young. I bumped into her a few times in Tennessee because she don't live that far from Knoxville. And Knoxville, that's about maybe 3.5 hours from where I live at, so it's not that far. But you know, I've actually seen her before in Tennessee and Knoxville, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, it's a small world. But I knew that going into this fight, man, that a lot of people don't know who Shanna Young is. People don't know who she is. She's a very, very good fighter, and you know, she's just been plagued by injuries. And you know what? Has Shanna Young not had any of those hip injuries, Shanna Young would probably be in the UFC right now. She probably would. So, you know, she's playing catch up. That's what's going on. Sarah Alpar, I didn't know a whole lot about her. I saw her fight in some other organizations. And Sarah is heavy-handed as hell, man. She heavy-handed. And if she hits you flush, man, it's night-night. And also, Sarah know how to wrestle, man. Her wrestling is very, very good. But I took a look at Sarah, and I sat back, and I said, God, dog. I said, this girl weigh 135 pounds. Like, Sarah Alpar looked like she weighed about she looked like in the octagon she was weighing about 155. Okay, she definitely was bigger than Shanna Young. Definitely was bigger. Like, you know, Shanna Young looked like she was about probably 140. Sarah Alpar looked like she 155, man. So she clearly had a size advantage. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, going forward, is she gonna be able to make 135? Like, is she gonna be able to make the 135 pound division going forward? I don't know. But you know, let's talk about this fight, man. Round one, Sarah Alpar immediately came out, man. She just started throwing these haymaker punches, man. And she caught Shanna Young a couple of times. Shanna Young backed up, and she was able to secure a takedown on Sarah Alpar. And then Shanna Young started really doing some decent ground and pound. Shanna Young controlled the posture of Sarah Alpar on the ground. Sarah Alpar was trying to get around. She was trying to get up, man, but she couldn't do it, man. You know, Shanna Young can wrestle, man. That girl can wrestle her ass off, man. And I thought that it would be a dangerous situation to have Shanna Young just, you know, go to the ground with Sarah Alpar because of the size differential. But no, I was wrong. In round one, Shanna Young dictated the pace of the fight. You know, she definitely had more control than Sarah Alpar. And also, she landed some really good strikes, you know, from the ground. So I gave round one to Shanna Young. I said she easily won that round, in my opinion. Now, round two, Sarah Alpar, man, she's got like a weird style, man. It's very weird. And she's going to stand and bang with you. And these two, they were exchanging. I felt like Sarah Alpar was winning the exchanges. But I do feel like Shanna Young was catching Sarah Alpar with some really good clean shots. But Sarah Alpar was actually having more attrition. You know, she was throwing more. You know, and I don't know. Sarah Alpar she was going for it the whole time. You know, how she was fighting in this fight, you know, to me, it's ill-advised. I wouldn't, if I was a coach, I would not tell her to fight this way because she was fighting really defensively and responsible. You know, she had her chin up, but man, she was going for it. And I can understand because this is your once-in-a-lifetime chance. You know, you got to impress the old bald-headed whisker biscuit bastard. I mean, you got to impress that bald-headed bastard. And if you don't impress him, you ain't getting a contract. So Sarah Alpar was like, nope, I got to go for this. And that's what she did. She dropped Shanna Young. And I want to say in the first round, she dropped Shanna Young. And, you know, Shanna Young, you know, she got back up, though. Shanna Young got a damn chin. God, dog. She got a chin, man. But the fight went to the ground, okay? The fight went to the ground. And Shanna Young gave up her back. And I'm like, oh, man, you know. And Shanna Young in round two gave her back up. And Sarah Alpar, she was able, man, to sneak that arm up under the chin. And she put Shanna Young in a rear naked choke. And I wasn't expecting it. I thought Shanna Young was going to get out of that, man. I thought she was because she was kind of just laying there. And I'm like, okay, all right, this thing ain't deep. But then when the camera angle showed Shanna Young's face, I said, oh, hell. I said, this thing deep. I said, Shanna, no, Shanna, no, please. She tapped out. I was pulling for Shanna Young to win this fight. I really was. But when I saw the size of Sarah Alpar, it was too much, man. It was too much for a person to ask, you know? It just was. Shout out to Shanna Young, though. Shanna Young should have been in the UFC, man. She should have. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Sarah Alpar, tough, man. She tough. Keep your head up, Shanna. You know we in your corner over here. You know what it do, because we going to do what it do. Guys, let me know what you think. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. Congrats to Sarah Alpar for winning the bout against Shanna Young. I'm done. See you later, baby.